The Temple of Ascendance had stood at the heart of the Galactic Coalition for 17,000 cycles. Its obsidian gates, carved from the compressed core of a dying star, had witnessed the pilgrimage of billions. Kings, warriors, prophets, and conquerors had traveled across galaxies to stand before those gates, seeking the blessing of the ancients. None had ever passed through. The gates were said to judge worthiness itself, measuring not strength or wisdom alone, but something deeper, something mythical. The legends spoke of heroes whose mere presence would cause the gates to sing with celestial light, opening to reveal the secrets of the universe within. In 17,000 cycles, the gates had remained silent and shut. Elle adjusted the strap of her worn backpack and squinted at the massive structure before her. "You've got to be kidding me," she muttered, wiping sweat from her forehead. "This is where the shuttle dropped our supplies." Finn checked his datapad again, frowning at the glitching coordinates. "According to this piece of junk, yeah, the medical supplies for the relief station should be somewhere around here." They were humanitarian workers, nothing more, nothing less. While the galaxy buzzed with politics and power plays, Elle and Finn had spent the last 3 years delivering medicine to forgotten colonies and war-torn outposts. They weren't explorers or adventurers. They were just trying to help people who'd been left behind. "Great," Ella sighed, looking around the empty plaza. Towering statues of ancient warriors lined the approach to the temple, their stone faces frozen in expressions of eternal determination. "We're in some kind of religious theme park, and our supplies are lost." "Maybe someone inside can help?" Finn suggested, nodding toward the temple. Elle shrugged. "Worth a shot." They approached the gates casually, still bickering about the incompetence of the shipping company. Elle was mid-sentence complaining about the dehydrated food packs they'd been eating for weeks when she absently placed her hand on the gate to steady herself while adjusting her boot. The universe held its breath. Light erupted from the obsidian surface, not harsh or blinding, but warm and golden, like sunrise breaking over a peaceful ocean. Harmonic tones filled the air, a symphony that seemed to resonate from the fabric of reality itself. The massive gates, each weighing more than a small moon, began to swing open with impossible grace. Elle froze. Finn? Don't move." Finn's voice was barely a whisper, but it was too late. The gates were fully open now, revealing a corridor of shifting starlight beyond, and they weren't alone anymore. Within seconds, figures began appearing, members of every species in the coalition. The Krathex, towering insectoids whose warriors had conquered 100 worlds. The Luminari, beings of pure energy who'd transcended physical form millennia ago. The ancient Vormak, whose empire had ruled half the galaxy before humans had even discovered fire. They all stared at Elle with a mixture of awe, confusion, and barely concealed shock. A Vormak elder, his crystalline form refracting light into rainbow patterns, stepped forward. His voice echoed with the weight of ages. "The gates have opened. After 17,000 cycles, they have opened." "I'm sorry," Elle said quickly, pulling her hand back from the gate. "I didn't mean to. My boot was—" "You are human," the elder stated, as if confirming an impossibility. "Yeah," Finn interjected, moving protectively beside Elle. "We're from Earth. We're just here looking for some medical supplies that got misdelivered. We didn't mean to cause any trouble." A Krathex warrior, her carapace scarred from countless battles, clicked forward. "I have fought in 300 campaigns. I have saved 17 civilizations from extinction. I have stood before these gates 20 times. Her mandibles trembled. They never so much as flickered. A luminary being pulsed with agitated light. "I have existed for 4,000 cycles. I have unlocked the secrets of dimensional travel. I have meditated before these gates for a century at a time. Nothing." The Vormak elder's eyes fixed on Elle with unnerving intensity. "What have you done, human? What great deed earned you the favor of the ancients?" Elle exchanged a confused glance with Finn. "I deliver medicine? We both do. To colonies that need it." The gathered crowd murmured in confusion. That is your great achievement? A Krathex commander demanded. Delivering supplies? Well, yeah, Finn said, a defensive edge creeping into his voice. Someone has to. A lot of the places we go, nobody else bothers with them. Too remote, too dangerous, not profitable enough. How many have you saved? The Vormok elder asked. El shrugged uncomfortably. I don't know. We don't really keep count. Maybe a few thousand? We've been doing this for 3 years. You risked your brief, fragile lives to save strangers. The luminary being said slowly, its light pulsing with what might have been wonder. Strangers who could offer you nothing in return. They were sick, El said simply. They needed help. The plaza fell into profound silence. The Vormok elder began to laugh, a sound like wind chimes made of crystal. Of course. We have been so blind. He turned to address the crowd. For 17,000 cycles we have sent our greatest heroes, warriors who conquer, philosophers who theorize, mystics who meditate. But the gates did not seek greatness performed for glory or recognition. He looked back at El and Finn with something that might have been respect. They sought those who act without expectation of reward, who see suffering and respond not with calculation, but with compassion, not legends. He paused, his ancient eyes shimmering. But saints. El felt her face flush. We're not saints. We're just doing what anyone should do. Precisely, the elder said softly. A younger Vormok approached, bowing low. The coordinates you seek, for your medical supplies, they were delivered to our monastery, 3 kilometers north. We will have them brought here immediately. It is the least we can do. Thanks, Finn said, still looking bewildered. The crowd began to disperse, but not before many approached to touch Ella's hand or bow to both humans. Some seemed angry, others thoughtful, but most looked at them with a new understanding in their eyes. As El and Finn waited for their supplies sitting on the temple steps, El finally spoke. Do you think we should go inside? I mean, the gates opened for us. Finn considered it, then shook his head. Nah, we've got medicine to deliver. People are waiting. Ella smiled. Yeah, you're right. They never learned what secrets lay beyond the temple gates. But as they left, backpacks loaded with supplies, the gates remained open behind them, still singing their celestial song. Not for legends, for those who simply cared. And across the galaxy, in 1,000 languages, a new saying began to spread. The greatest heroes are those who never sought to be. The humans, meanwhile, were already on their way to the next colony that needed them, arguing about whether the dehydrated pasta was worse than the dehydrated rice. Some things even legendary temple gates couldn't change. The end.